Welcome to episode 11 of the podcast. Today we have Jarosz. This was filmed a couple months ago. Did not get around to uploading it. Gonna have some new episodes in 2026, so let me know who you want to see on. This episode has Jarosz, who had an interesting upbringing, living on a farm and having some run-ins with Chessie the sea monster, and then trying to find Bigfoot. And we get into some good topics, like some good conspiracy theories, or some people might even just call them truths. But let me know how you guys like this podcast and who you want to see on in 2026, because there's some big things coming.
So you grew up in what time?
Well, I was born in 58. So lived up in Southwest PA. My dad was a farmer. Uniontown, Pennsylvania, just outside of there, we lived on a farm. My grandfather immigrated over here from Poland and built himself, farms, built his own house, silos, barns, everything. So it was pretty cool. I was born, I left there when I was 5. Great place to grow up when you're young. You had the barn, the creeks and all that, but I always say thank God he met my mom, who's from Anne Arundel County, because I look at the people up there that stayed up there, and it's it's scary.
Yeah. Wait, so I didn't even know that. So
I moved down here when I was 5. Skipped 3 grades. No, I'm just kidding.
Smartest in the class.
I did not go to kindergarten because it was in the middle of the move or something. I don't know, something screwy. But anyway, we moved down here in Anne Arundel County. My mom, her side of the family is from here. And I have roots here from, I think, 1700s, I think.
1700s?
Yeah, my relatives on my mom's side were indentured servants in Virginia. And after they did their 3 years, they got offered land up here in Anne Arundel County. And the deal was you farmed it, but you had to take the food to Baltimore to sell it. Yeah, so I have deep roots here. And I love where I grew up. Revere Beach, Maryland was like the ultimate spot for a kid to grow up.
Yeah.
We had water on 3 sides. We're on a little peninsula, Rock Creek, Stony Creek. And then we had 2 elementary schools in our peninsula there. Beaches, crab and fishing all summer, ball fields, church right there. So it was a great place to grow up. Yeah. I loved it.
Yeah, so before though, I mean, I guess you don't have too many memories in PA when you were...
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Growing up from 1 to 5, you moved?
I mean, yeah, there's some, I remember going in the creek and finding crayfish. I remember one time we had a cattle bridge, which was railroad, steel railroad, not ties, but the railroad, the rails.
Yeah.
And they would turn them sideways so you could drive a tractor over, or a car or a truck, but the cattle, so that way you could leave it open all the time. The cattle wouldn't walk through there because their hooves would slip through.
Oh.
Because they were spaced as far apart. One time we went up to the barn as a family and coming back down, I was walking over and I slipped and my head got caught. And my nickname is Melonhead, as you know. And and that was the first sign right there. I was screaming, holding on, my head stuck up. I'll never forget that. Yeah, that, playing in the barn, being in the field on a tractor with my dad throwing bales, onto the back.
Uh-huh.
It was neat, but it's beautiful up there, but I just thank God.
Yeah.
Thank the
It's
Lord.
Different kind of living. It's slower.
Yeah.
It's disconnected.
Not a lot to do.
Right. Yeah. I could see that. And then you moved down here, Rivera Beach.
Rivera Beach,
yeah.
Which is Pasadena.
The Dirty Dina.
The Dirty Dina, right at from the front of our beach, and we'll go to that later in this conversation.
Yeah.
When we get the cryptozoology. Back then, I think when I left for college in 76 or 77, they just finished the Key Bridge. So from my community, you could see the Key Bridge. And then Rock Creek was on the, south side, and Fort Smallwood was right there. So we had a little fort. Baltimore City owned it. and they wouldn't come down and patrol it that much, so that was our drinking spot.
Yeah.
It was Fort Smallwood, which was cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So then living there, I guess you have anything that like sticks out, something, I don't know, that you thought kind of stuck with you for the rest of your life, like a memory from growing up?
No,
Not really.
mean, just the whole experience was special because we had a Catholic school. I went to Catholic school for 8 years, and it was right in the middle of Rivera Beach. So there's a few people that would come in by car, but most of the people that went to school there were from Rivera Beach or a local community just across the street from Rivera Beach. So it was pretty cool. You know, everybody that lived there, or they either went to the public schools right next to it, but most of all my friends were at the Catholic school there. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't go to the Catholic school. You went to
I
public.
did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I went 8 years.
Oh, 8 years. Okay.
Nuns.
Yeah.
Quite an experience.
Yeah, that is an experience.
I mean, we had some real battle axes there.
Oh, I bet. I'm sure there's some probably stuff that was happening.
They just hit you.
Yeah.
You leave a piece of paper on your desk after the trash can goes around. Wow. Sister Thomasella.
With a ruler, or they hitting you?
No, with her hand.
Oh, they're just coming.
Smacking the head, yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah. I didn't know about all that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was different. Time was different back then.
Oh, yeah.
So then did you wrestle in?
Yeah, I started wrestling in the seventh grade, I believe it was. When I was in the seventh grade. No. Yeah, 7th, 8th grade. I was at Catholic school. And then 9th grade, I was supposed to go to Northeast High School, but they had so many people that they shipped us to George Fox. Wonderful school.
Really?
No. That was a shocker. After going to Catholic school, George Fox, and we went half a day. There were so many people.
Yeah.
And then so my first year of high school was 9th grade.
Yeah.
9th grade. Yeah, we had like I think 2,400 people in 3 grades at Northeast because it was right before. I think Old Mill might have been open one year. That was the first year, and then a year or two later. Chesapeake High School opened.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So it was like every class was like 50 people in the class.
That's insane for a high school.
For a high school, yeah.
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 So you didn't start wrestling until late then.
Well, for that area, I started early because it was my dad and my baseball coach, Gil Haney, and my dad was the assistant baseball coach. Gil Haney started the Buccaneers wrestling. So my dad was like, and being a farm boy, he's like, you're wrestling. Yeah. Because we loved, it was one WWE back then, but we loved pro wrestling. Uh-huh. Bruno Sammartino, Haystacks Calhoun. And my dad loved that. He was, he loved that physical sports like wrestling, football. Yeah. He liked baseball too, but wrestling he loved.
Yeah. So you grew up playing baseball and then you got into wrestling. Like and then you went to Salisbury for wrestling.
Wrestling, yep.
Yeah. So I guess going to Salisbury also, that was...
Well, they call it the Harvard of the Eastern Shore.
Yeah,
you know
of course.
that.
That's what I hear. Yeah.
It's kind of like York being the Dartmouth of Pennsylvania,
South
right?
Central Pennsylvania.
South Central PA.
That's what people say, yeah. A lot of people say that, yeah.
I did. I wrestled a guy that was really good from York.
Did you?
Back then, yeah, Mark Miller.
Really?
He was tough, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, I guess going to Salisbury, I know you have some crazy stories about that.
I don't know if there's any we can talk about.
Yeah, maybe we leave that out of it. I know.
No, I want to say this, though. I played 1 year football there, and the coach, it was my second year there. I didn't play football my first year, but Dick Yopes, he was a great guy. But he played guys because of if they were senior, you get to play.
Yeah, seniority.
Really, really bad. Yeah. So I was like, that second year, I'm like, I'll just stick with wrestling.
Yeah.
But my coach at wrestling down there, Mike McGlinchey, him and my high school coach, Al Kohlhafer, were awesome. I mean, I couldn't ask for better wrestling coaches.
Yeah.
And my football coaches in high school and college just didn't have it. It's sad because football was my favorite sport.
Yeah.
I love football.
Yeah.
But I was good at wrestling, so I just stuck with that. And, we ended up as we took third 2 years in a row. We were like, I think, a point and a half out of first.
Really?
Yeah, as a team.
Wow.
And a bunch of us won some national titles, All-Americans. And, yeah, it was good. We had a good program going. And then I think Title IX came around and they axed it.
Really?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So they dropped. I think they had a club team for a while. I don't know if they still do or not. But I don't know if it's just me. I'm getting a lot of stuff on wrestling. On my phone,
Yeah.
Probably because I'm connected.
Yeah.
But I'm like, maybe it's becoming, more and more popular. I think the MMA has boosted wrestling immensely.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, think about the MMA champions. A lot of them are really good wrestlers.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to
gotta
be a
mix.
good wrestler
Yeah.
to be a UFC champion, but there's a lot of UFC champions that are basically just great wrestlers, and their
Right.
striking is good enough to kind of throw in there.
Yeah, they got to learn that. You know what really helped me? My senior year, I took third in the state. Our team, Northeast, we won the state championship. And my coach got to send 3 of us to the Olympic training camp to learn, and wrestle.
It's insane.
Yeah, up in Rockport, New York.
Mm-hmm.
So it was there. And while we were there, they also had the Olympic judo team there. And I learned Greco-Roman and we were doing freestyle then, which I loved, freestyle and Greco-Roman. But then, we learned a little bit of judo, and that really helped me in college because I used to do a lot of foot sweeps, arm throws, stuff like that, which people didn't see back then,
Yeah.
And I really think if you're a wrestler out there, cross-train in the judo because, it's a lot of balance, but it's a lot of pushing, pulling, type stuff where you push somebody and when they push back, you use that momentum.
Yeah.
Use their momentum.
Over.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, that really helped me.
Yeah.
But
that's pretty cool.
But I had a great coach too.
Yeah. So Olympic, you were training. I mean, any big names that you were training with back then that you even knew?
Olympic champs, Lee Kemp. There's a local guy from Brooklyn, Lloyd Keyser, I think was. I don't know if he was there or not. The Peterson brothers, I got to wrestle one up there. Russ Hellick, there was a lot of good wrestlers.
Yeah,
and we would train with the coaches, and then we got to wrestle the guys a little bit here and there. So yeah,
that's insane. I mean, that's unbelievable. That opportunity, especially at that age, you're probably like, this is unbelievable.
It was a good experience.
Yeah. What do you think? I think wrestling specifically, but also just all combat sports for kids growing up is like so big for kids because it teaches them more than just, all right, I'm going to wrestle, so I'm going to be physical. I need to be tough. But it's also mentally, you need to know how to cut weight. You need to make sure you watch what you eat. You need to make sure, all right, I'm going to wake up early. I'm going to go for a run or, that kind of stuff.
I think it might be the biggest mentally challenging sport out there, I think, because you got to be in tremendous shape. You think wrestling 6 minutes, or I don't know what they do. I think they do a 3-2-2 now, so 7 minutes maybe. But you think that's 7 minutes? That's nothing. When you're grabbing and pulling, man, my forearms would come off just burning, and that was a good feeling though. But I mean, mentally, and that's why I hate to say this, but my boys wrestled in high school and when they were younger, but in college, I was like, I really pushed lacrosse.
Yeah.
I said, wrestling's just tough.
Yeah.
You know, you're cutting weight, got to study, stuff like that. It really affected me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I get it. Like, what I would say is, like, for development and everything, wrestling is great. If that's your passion to get into after, like, that's one thing. But, like, I don't know, lacrosse was a great opportunity, especially growing up around here.
Right.
So it's just like, and lacrosse is a good sport.
It was one of my favorites. I mean, I love football, but I think lacrosse is my number one now.
Really?
Yeah.
Football is my number one, but lacrosse is probably number two. I don't really watch it.
I got a bad taste in my mouth of football now. You know, it's just all the bullshit they're pulling.
Yeah, it's changed
I'm just
a
like,
lot.
you know, it's time to tune them out to send a message. If not, they're going to keep on pulling stuff that they're pulling. You know.
Yeah, it's gotten pretty bad, but I just like the contact.
Yeah.
And just. I just like hitting, honestly. Like playing football, I love it so much.
You know what? My son, Jacob, his first concussion was by you.
Was it?
Yeah.
No way.
Yes, remember?
I don't remember that.
You hit him because you always tackle with your head down. You speared him. You hit him in the head. And I was coaching 70 pounds. You were 80 pounds. And somebody runs over. I can't remember what coach. I think it was Mike Walsh. Mark, you got to come over. You got to come over. No. I'm like, what? He's like, Jacob, I think he's got a concussion. He's throwing up and he doesn't know where he is. I'm like, no. He'll be fine. They're like, no, come on.
Sorry about that, Jacob.
I was like, who did it? He goes, man, Cujo. No. He's like, yeah, Matty tackled him.
Oh, man.
I was like, oh, God.
Yeah, no, I was throwing my head around. I was throwing my whole body around back then.
I'll tell you what, that was some good times.
That was, 100%.
Oh, my God. That and lacrosse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, we made a lot of friendships through sports.
Right.
Football, like, think about how many, we were just talking before this about how many, like, people we had growing up playing football with.
Oh, my God.
And they all, like, went crazy different ways, but, like, we were all really close growing up.
There's some good players, too.
There were some really good
players.
Came
out of here, yeah.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. I mean, think about, this is crazy. What year was it? I don't remember, but we had 3 quarterbacks that ended up playing in college.
Right.
Sedgwick.
D1.
Lenhart.
D3 and 2 D1s.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Nigerian.
On the same team.
Yeah, on the same team. That was insane. That was unreal. I mean, and then having JJ and JP on defensive ends too. That was nasty. That was almost illegal to have, but
that was fun. Yeah.
So much fun. Just growing up Crofton sports.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still the same.
Yeah, no. I'm like, I'm like half tempted to go up and see how many teams they have. I think that one year we had 3 12U or maybe it was 11U. I can't remember. Whatever Jonathan was in, my youngest.
Yeah.
I think there was 3 teams, 3 or 4. We might have had 4. You guys, I think, had 2.
Yeah.
And we had like 2 teams at every age group.
Yeah.
And
everyone was playing.
Yeah.
Everyone in this area was playing football.
Yeah.
Everyone. No one was thinking about, I don't know what the soccer scene looked like, but like I feel like a lot of people were playing football. You didn't
just play one sport. You know, you played football and lacrosse or, you know, sometimes 3.
Yeah.
My boys wrestled in between, which another thing wrestling does, I think, is balance. And,
huge
combat sports, because you wrestled when you were younger.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like that, a wrestler can go out against a big muscular guy and just throw him around because they don't have balance.
Yeah.
People don't think about balance. They always, I can bench 300 or whatever, Okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But
good luck. Someone gets you a hold of you if they're experienced. No, that's a huge thing. And that balance and body control too.
Yeah.
Because you can think that if you have no experience at all and you go up against someone who has like a couple years of experience wrestling or any combat sports, good luck.
Yeah.
I mean, you're done. You don't think about body control, positioning. They can pull you one way and just fall over the back of their hip, and then boom, you're on the ground. You're on your back.
You're on your back.
What are you going to do from there?
And it's embarrassing for the big guys.
Yeah, yeah.
They think because they're big, they're tough.
Yeah. I mean, to an extent, if you're 80 pounds bigger than someone who's not very experienced.
Oh yeah,
you can brute force someone, but
No.
that being said, there's also like jiu-jitsu tournaments that are any weight, and they have small guys go against huge guys.
Really?
They're both black belts. The small guys could beat a black belt big guy.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I can see that.
Yeah, it's all about just skill, really, and body positioning. And
I saw that when what's his name, Royce Gracie.
Yeah.
When he got into it, they're the big guys. They had some big, huge guys, and like he'd get his ass kicked a little bit, but then all of a sudden, these guys are strangled out. You know, like tapping. And he's standing up or something, and he's got some kind of weird move on.
Yeah,
I'm like,
he's like on his back, like just got him in a naked choke, and he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's huge. I think if you're going to be a football player, wrestling helps you with learning how to tackle too, because you know where to go at. You know when you're shooting a leg. That's a huge thing. When you're going for a takedown,
you do so many single, double legs that your body's used to it, and that's what you do. Yeah.
If you see someone playing cornerback, like go for basically a double leg takedown, like that's an insane tackle.
Right.
And it's like, I don't know, you see a lot of people diving at ankles. And
you know who was a good wrestler?
Who's that?
And was a really good football player, Ray Lewis.
Really?
Ray Lewis was I think he might have been a state champ in Florida.
Wow.
He was a good Greco-Roman wrestler, but he loved wrestling.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy was an animal.
So I think, any position, but especially wrestling, all your linemen, offense and defense, should wrestle.
Yeah.
And that's more for your feet. And really, if you learn a lot of hand control.
Yeah.
Balance, hand control, tackling ability. Footwork.
Yeah.
Because a lot of, if your feet are bad in football, you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you got flat feet, you're going to be done.
Yeah.
All right, I think this is an interesting topic. So, Chessie the sea monster, growing up in Adena. Is this tale or is this true?
This is 100% true.
All right.
According to my brother and two sisters and my one buddy who passed away several years ago. But anyway, what it was, I was in college, and I think it was around Christmas time or Thanksgiving. I can't remember, but we were home for the holidays. Joe and I. Joe is my brother, and I had a girlfriend from back here, and we went out on a date. But my buddy Bernie, the night before, the night before, we would drive down, and there was a beach on the end of our peninsula, and had a little pond there. It was fed by to the bay there. The mouth of Tapsco is right there. You get the white rocks, we called them, Fort Smallwood Park. And we would sit there and just listen to good music and drink beer, and anyway, the night before, we parked there, and we were drinking some beer, listening to music, talking. And it was kind of foggy, so you couldn't see real far, maybe 30, 40 feet. And there was something in the water, and it was going sideways, right under the water. And at first I was like, is that a duck swimming? And I was like, no, it's going out sideways. And we're like, that was weird. And they're like, yeah. Well, the next day, my buddy Barney, he lived right down the street from this place. He goes down there and drinking and listening to music. And he sees stuff swimming with its head out, back and forth. And he saw a big one and several smaller ones. And he thought they were otter. But then he's like, no, their heads are too big. And so they're swimming, and I think they went around the corner into Rock Creek. He tried to follow them. I think he did follow them, see them. And then he came to my house, and he got my brother and two sisters. And they went back down there. And these things were swimming around, and they were coming close to shore. And one came up. My brother was on the beach with a flashlight. One came up to this jetty. They were kind of short jetties, maybe no more than 30 feet long. And they had big, like, triangle slabs, like, laid in the water. Well, this thing came up, next to the jetty, and my brother was like with a flashlight looking, and all of a sudden this thing comes out of the water, and he's like 10 feet from it, and it rose above his head, and my brother turned the flashlight off, and he turned it back on, and the lights came on, and it went down and went right out in a matter of seconds. He was probably 40 yards out. But my buddy Bernie said that there was a big one. He thinks he said, it was the size, at least the size of a telephone pole, the smaller ones. The big one was huge. That one didn't come in, but he thinks it was like a mother and a couple babies. And now there's another report in, what is it? I think there's a Chessie website or something.
Yeah.
There's another report from Fort Smallwood Park. Somebody saw it.
Oh.
So it's in the same area.
Yeah.
Somebody saw it there. And then there's reports back, if you look, go into that in the 20s, fishermen, helicopter pilot in the 40s, I think saw one. Bill Barton, who was a field writer for the Baltimore Sun, he actually lived right down the road from where this all happened, but he saw one when he was out in the boat once, and there's even one videoed on the backside, I think it was Kent Island, and it's called the Friel, Friel, I think, and Smithsonian analyzed it and said, yeah, it's like a big snake, and there's some kids out there swimming, and this thing swam, out not too far from him, but didn't pay him any attention. But
so, what do you think it was? Like,
I don't know.
Just like
it's like my brother said that the head was like the size of a horse, kind of propped up like that, and very lizard looking, dark brown, gray, and big eyes. Probably a dinosaur. I don't know.
No, I can't even imagine. There's no
Lake Champlain has their version.
Is there any evidence? Could I look something up and see like a picture or something?
There was another report in the back of the magazine. Where close to where Severn School is, but on the other side, the magazine side, these guys were drinking. No, they weren't drinking. They went to McDonald's, got some food, and they parked by the water there. And this one swam by him, and he said it was like 5 feet from him because the water was up, and he had his car parked there. I think it's a Chesapeake Bay Chessie website.
I'm seeing,
or maybe Wiki.
Like this is what they're picturing it as. It's not a real picture, but
that's bullshit.
No, this isn't real. But I'm saying,
yeah.
Is this what like they were explaining? It kind of looked like.
Yeah, I think so.
Like something like that.
I don't think the back.
It wasn't.
It didn't have that dinosaur back with the fins.
Yeah.
I think it was like more snake-like.
I mean, it is weird that there would be so many people with like a similar story. I wonder what.
Yeah.
I mean, what.
So that started me on my crypto adventure.
That started it all.
UFOs.
I remember this.
Bigfoot.
One time, me and Jacob were. We didn't want to go to practice. I don't remember what it was. It might have been wrestling, it might have been football. And we're out here playing before in this yard, and you were driving us. And I remember Jacob was like, "What is that, Dad?" And he points in the sky, and you're like, "Wait a minute!" And you start looking, and he's like, he looks at me, and he's like, "Let's just keep this going." And I'm like, "Wait, yeah, what is that?" And before you knew it, we're like 10 minutes late for practice. You're like looking to see what it is, and you're like, "Oh, we gotta go."
I remember that.
No, but no, that's
it to me. It's all interesting if these things, they're out there. Why don't we know about them? Why don't they tell? What are they keeping from us? Because now I don't believe anything the government tells us.
Yeah.
So
at this point, you really can't.
Yeah, it's like what, and I think the whole Bigfoot thing is that people were like, "Well, they've never found one." They have them. They have them.
You think?
Skeletons or they have them. But if they came out and said, yeah, they're alive, they're living in the woods, okay, what are they going to say? Activists, or we can't go in their area, you're blocking all this off. Lumber industry is going to take a dive, and then there's missing people, and then people are going to be freaked out, thinking these creatures kidnapped them or whatever, and nobody's going to go to the state parks or national parks or whatever. So I think they know, but they just don't want to officially say, yeah.
I think the Chessie one's probably more believable because I don't think we know about like anything in the water. I think
oh God, yeah.
Like think about way deep in the water. Like
what is the coelacanth?
What's that?
It was a fish they said was extinct for 1 million years, and they caught one.
Yeah. It's like that kind of stuff is
right.
I mean, there's probably dinosaurs still on Earth underwater.
Could be
that we've never explored.
Oh, there's supposed to be one in Central Africa.
Really?
The Moluccu or something. Yeah.
I would believe it.
It sounds like what my brother and sister saw. And, but this might have a body to it too. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, not a snake, but a body, yeah.
What's it doing in Pasadena, though? Why is it coming down?
That's a good question. I don't know.
That's a random spot to
right
be.
Across, it was Bethlehem Steel was right across, and it was always glowing, you know, red. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Maybe there's some good stuff. Maybe it's just a snake that got huge. I think it was after.
I mean, that's got to be big.
It was after 3 Mile Island went up. You know, all that radioactivity.
Oh yeah. I mean, maybe I don't know.
Maybe that's what happened to my head.
That is true. So yeah, I mean, is Uncle Joe? It doesn't have like big hands and a big head, right? Or does he?
Well, it's always a little bigger. I think it's fairly big. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
yeah,
not compared to mine. I'm the biggest. I challenge everybody. I think I've only been beaten once in head size. I don't know.
No, you do have a large head.
I beat Mike Hartman in head size.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's impressive.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that is. No, that's funny. Yeah. What's it called? What else we got here? Woodworking.
Oh yeah.
First off, I love it too.
Yeah.
When I retire, I feel like that's what I'm going to do is just projects all the time. And we were talking before this about like Japanese woodworking and joinery and all that.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I want to do that. Just like I love it. Like I can spend hours and hours and hours doing that kind of stuff.
I think it's because when you're done, you can see it, feel it, touch it. And if it looks good, then you're impressed. You know, you're like,
you feel good.
You're like, I did that.
Yeah. You feel good about yourself. And I think a lot of times nowadays, people are doing stuff where it's like you don't see any end result. You don't feel good about yourself.
Like coding, any computer stuff. Yeah. It's like,
all this remote work too. You're calling people on the phone, and then you're just like, you don't even talk to them. You don't get to have any experience, like anything like that.
Not face to face. Yeah. Then you can take emails out of context.
Yeah.
Context.
Yeah. But no, woodworking is great. I mean, I love doing it. But so when you first started, you were talking earlier, you got where you're selling insurance. What, like, how did you get into,
Well, I got out of college, sold cars. I went to Florida for a little while and waited tables down at Palm Beach and West Palm Polo and Country Club.
Yeah.
Met some movie stars.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Judge Reinhold. He was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh, really?
He was the nerdy brother that was peeking out the window when Phoebe Cates was swimming.
Oh, yeah.
Him, Zsa Zsa Gabor, Eva Gabor, and Merv Griffin.
I don't know any of those people.
Merv Griffin's like he's the titan of talk shows.
Oh, really?
Back in my day, yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Merv.
And so you waited on them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
waited on them, yeah.
Did you talk to them at all or not really?
Well, Merv wanted me to come. The maitre d' came up to me a few days later and said, Merv wants you to serve cocktails at his party.
Really?
I was like, yeah.
Wow, that's kind of strange.
I backed out. I said, I'm going home because I could see he had this glint in his eye.
Oh, no.
That was like,
Yeah, you can't do that. No, you don't want to do that with Merv Griffin. Did anything ever come out about him doing anything weird?
Oh God.
Oh no.
I think it came out that that he was gay, but I mean, what else? I don't know.
Oh God. No, I feel like that's another thing. What is it with celebrities and doing all
I
that
know.
stuff with kids too?
Well, now these celebrities are having trans kids. It's like
That's another thing. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I didn't even think about
that's
that.
really weird.
That is. Yeah, that's very prevalent. Yeah.
I think this whole thing is. I think it's dark to light, good and evil. Fighting against one another.
Yeah.
It's going to be. I think. 50 years down the road, we're going to look back. Not me, but you guys will look back and say, "Wow, what we went through."
Yeah.
I
mean, we've been going through some crazy
It's just some serious
crazy
history,
stuff.
History, yeah.
Huge, yeah.
Huge.
Although,
huge history moment.
That being said, nothing like threatening. Like, it's not like we're in a war or we're doing anything. Like, I don't feel like I'm threatened right now about, I'm going to go to war tomorrow. Like,
Right.
It's COVID sucked. Like, politically, I feel like everything's so divisive and crazy, but like,
Right.
it's not like.
I think they're trying to divide us to keep us separated, so we fight. So we need the government, is what it is.
Yeah.
And who runs the government? I don't know. It's somebody. It's not our presidents.
Yeah. Who do you think?
Well, you talk about the Illuminati, and they've been talking about a new world order for. I think Reagan talked about it, and I think Kennedy tried to stop it, and that's why he's not alive.
Yeah.
And I mean, look at Reagan. Reagan was, pretty conservative, but not totally. But then they tried to assassinate him. And guess who? What was the guy's name? Mark something. Anyway, his family were friends with the Bushes. And so George Bush Sr. is the vice president. Reagan's the president. And the guy that tried to shoot Reagan was friends of Bush's family. You never heard about that, though, did you? Yeah.
No.
Look it up.
Yeah. I'll have to look that up.
It's like, oh my God, he was desperately wanted to be a president. Well, Bush, he was president for one term.
One term, yeah. Bush, yeah. Was that like 2008?
Oh, no. Well, no, that's
oh, you're talking about
that's Bush Jr. I'm talking about Herbert Walker.
Oh, George H.W.
His dad was, I'm trying to think. I think Clinton. When did Clinton get elected? Was that right after Reagan? No, we had Reagan. Oh, it was right after Bush. Reagan, Bush, 84. I guess it was 84. Maybe that. What's the name? Clinton.
Yeah.
Got in there, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
so.
That stuff. And then also, I just think, like who is controlling all this stuff?
Right, yeah, who's controlling? I think they talk about the Rothschilds and all these people. I don't, they're probably part of it, but I think there's people above them that you're never going to hear their name.
Yeah.
I think like Soros is a soldier, like a lieutenant, and all these people are, they have bosses to talk to or tell them what to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's been going on. Yeah. The New World Order. Yeah. I think it's been going on for a long time. I read a book, Beyond the Pale Horse by Bill Cooper. And it was a really, really eye-opening book, and I would highly recommend that because that shows you he got shot on his doorstep right like 45 days after 9/11, and he was a naval intelligence officer, and he got into they call conspiracy theories, but it was conspiracy truths, and they didn't like that, and they tried to shut him up, but then he had a little militia in Arizona going. He had his own radio show over the airwaves, And and he predicted 9/11. I think it was 75 days before 9/11. He said something big's going to happen. They're going to blame it on Bin Laden. And then after it happened, he gets shot and killed on his front porch. And he wrote a book, and it covers a lot of the.
What is it called? What's the book?
Beyond the Pale Horse.
Yeah, I'll have to look at
by
that.
Bill Cooper.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, what do you think then? I mean,
well, there's another book I read. It's called Tragedy and Hope by Carol Quigley. And he wrote this in the 60s. I think 64 he finished it. And it goes back to mostly from the mid-1700s until really a lot of it has to do with World War I and II. And it talks about, it should be a must-read history book for kids because it really talks about how everything started, how World War I started, how World War II started, and the countries that it was like gangs. You're like, okay, I'm on your side, you're on my side, and then I think it was World War I. Franz Ferdinand got shot, assassinated, and then boom, it was a powder keg. Terrible war.
So the reason, I guess, like why? Because it seems like all this is leading back to we need to start wars. Is it because you start wars, you make more money?
Money, yeah. I think it's a money thing.
Yeah.
I just saw the other day where these two brothers, they were in finance bank. They were bankers. Each one financed the other side. So one brother financed the Nazis and their cohorts, and the other backed England. I don't know if Russia, maybe Russia, I don't know. But the Allies. It's sad to say, but
it's probably all about money.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know enough about it, but I mean, it sounds like it could be true.
If you were to read a book, I would read Tragedy and Hope by Carol Quigley, because that takes you back to England. And I think it's England that's behind most of it.
Really?
Yeah, London. They were an island. They got their wealth because they were an island. And the other European nations constantly fought with each other over boundaries and land. And England was an island, had a great navy, so they didn't have anything to worry about from their neighbors, because they were, and what they did was the wealthy, they stole the land from small farms from the peasants, because their firstborn was trained to take over the family business. Second was either a lawyer or judge, and the third would travel, colonize, for colonizations. So what they did was, because they had the judges and the lawyers, they forced farmers off their land, made them go into London and become workers in factories. So now they're making everything. They're making product, selling it, making all the money. And I think that's how it started. That's how they got so much money. Everybody, and then they started lending money to other nations that were going to war. And then if you didn't pay, I don't know what exactly. I can't remember what they did, but yeah, they were always in debt. Other countries were always in debt to England. So I think that's where it all stems from, that area.
That's interesting. So Tragedy and Hope.
Tragedy and Hope. Carol Quigley.
Yeah, I'll definitely read that.
It's a short read. It's only 1,150 pages.
Yeah, that's nothing. I'll get that done in a day. That's nothing. No,
you're a speed reader, right?
Yeah. I do probably 3 pages a minute, something like that right now. So it's not too hard. Yeah.
I do 1 page in about 5 minutes.
I'm just kidding.
And the second page, I fall asleep. So.
No, what I've been doing is audiobooks.
Oh yeah, I need to do that. Because I listen to I'm on my phone a lot.
Yeah.
So that would be a good thing to do.
I mean, if you're listening to podcasts, you might as well listen to audiobooks.
Yeah, kind of like a podcast.
It really, well, nowadays, I think that might be the future. A lot of these books are being turned into audiobooks, but then after a chapter, they'll take the whoever wrote the book, the author, and they'll sit down with whoever's like helping them write the book and talk about what the chapter was and add stories. The first one I listened to was Can't Hurt Me, David Goggins. That was the first like style of that format. And then
David
Goggins.
Goggins,
yeah.
The
Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
His whole story. I sometimes I'll go back and re-listen to it, but if you go on, like, this must have been 5 years ago now, but when he first went on Joe Rogan and talked about his story, it was insane. And I was like, this is nuts.
All Goggins soldiers?
Oh my God!
If they're all him, you could clone him.
Yeah. Well, the only thing about him that there's some SEALs that don't like him. Yeah. Because they're like, he's just a PT guy. He loves
physical training.
Training. He loves that. But and he does. His whole thing, he wants to be like the toughest man in the world, which, I mean, he can do some crazy stuff. But yeah, I think that's the future, though, is the books, and then they talk about it in between. It's so cool. And then I'm driving around all day, so there's no excuse for me not to listen to audiobooks.
I think that's what I did too. When I would work, like I'd be in the house working, and I'd just listen to my own stuff. I would, I didn't want talking to too many people, but when I would just get to work, I would just listen to stuff.
Yeah, you might as well learn. I mean, there's literally no reason not to.
Right, exactly.
Everyone should be learning at least an hour a day. Like,
and it's funny, we're talking about books and everything, and when you start reading World War II stuff, and you got to look at the author. Yeah, you got to do your own research. Look at the author. Who is he? Where's he from? What has he done? Because
they're gonna push
you don't know.
One narrative.
A book could be a big lie.
That's so true. Yeah,
so you got to research the author.
Yeah, I remember when I would read a book, and then I'd look up who the author was and just a picture of them, and I'm like, all right, what is going on here? I'm taking advice from this guy. I should have looked at him before I read the book.
Well, you ever read a Malcolm Gladwell book? Yeah. Well, looking at him, you'd think the same thing, but he's a really good writer.
I loved Malcolm
Gladwell was good.
Oh my God,
I mean, he's good.
I would love all of his books. I haven't in a while listened to him, but
what was Broken Window?
Broken
Window. I think
is that one of his?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I read that one. I think there's two on my road. I read, but he's point on. Yeah, he's spot on a lot of stuff. He writes good books.
Yeah, I like those style books. There's so many. I mean, I just read this one called The Expectation Effect, and it's basically just a compilation of scientific studies about the placebo effect.
Oh, really?
And how it affects your mind and psychosomatics and all that. Yeah. And it's like everything's mental. Everything.
Right.
Every single thing. When someone's like, I had a long day, I'm tired, it's like,
you know what I just did?
Exactly. And then you get back from doing 10 times harder and you're like, I feel good. Let me go do something else.
Right.
And it's just mental. You think you're tired. I'm tired. Well, you're going to be tired.
You know what helped me is I stopped eating lunch.
Yeah.
Lunch, I think, will drag you down, man.
Yeah.
I mean, and then I got into just drinking coffee in the morning, not eating anything, not eating lunch, and having a nice dinner.
Yeah.
And I think wrestling is what helped me with that, because, if you can wrestle when you got to cut weight.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was my junior year of college. Oh, my Lord. No, my sophomore year. I was 167 pounds, and I don't know how I did it. But
you were 160 something pounds?
I wrestled 167.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then I went up to 177 last two. But
that's crazy. Well, here's the thing. Nowadays, you do that, and you're like, I want to see how far I can go mentally. Yeah. Like, I want to lock in. And people are like, you're toxic. You need to eat. It's like,
no, you don't.
No, not at all.
I did a 3-day fast.
Yeah, I've done it 3 times.
And I'll tell you what, I think it's the second day after that hunger pain subsides, you feel good.
Yep. 100%.
You feel good.
Really good.
It's a good energy. And now I just saw a guy that he said he did a 5-day, and he just feels clear-headed. He can hear, see better. So, yeah, I mean, heck, we can go into that.
Yeah.
Parasites, and
Well,
you know all about that.
Oh, my story about all that, I know firsthand how it literally almost like it could have ruined my life,
Right.
But I didn't
Right.
let it. But
You're smart enough and tough enough that you
yeah, that I'm just like
went with
whatever.
carnivore.
Yeah, figure it out.
Yeah.
But the 3-day fast thing, though, like you were saying, I've done it 3
Yeah.
times now. But it's so true. The first day, you start getting used to it. You're like, oh my God, you get these hunger pains. You might get a little headache, whatever. Going to bed's hard. Second day, hunger pains get really bad. And like mentally, you're like, I just want food. But then the third day, you wake up and you feel like,
Feel good.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
I could imagine being on a hunt back when we were in, like Homo sapiens out in the jungle, and we're we're like, we need to eat. We haven't eaten in days, and you start getting laser focused.
Right.
And I worked out when I was doing the fast. Every time I've done it, I've worked out hard every time.
Yeah,
Like
I
I
would
don't
say
stop.
one thing about that: get your electrolytes in.
Oh yeah, I do. I do
because
electrolytes
that can affect your heart.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do electrolytes and bone broth when I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do. I do first day nothing. Second day, I think I do 2 cups of bone broth, and then 3 electrolytes, scoops of electrolytes.
Yeah.
And then same thing for the day 3.
Yeah. I mean, I've watched a lot of that stuff, and I'm not a big stickler to any of it, but if I need to do it, I know I can do it.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking now, going to Italy September 13th, maybe I do a 3-day fast before I leave,
Yeah.
just to so I look good in my bathing suit.
Yeah,
I
cleanse
got one
yourself.
of those European new ones,
Yeah, you look real good in that.
the one with the tea bag.
Oh my God. No, but that's another thing about the fast is when you do it, then like you'll have my friends will be like, I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten since breakfast. And I'm like, yeah, I haven't eaten in 3 days.
Yeah, I know.
Is it real? Are you really hungry, or are you just finding something to complain about? Because there's always something to complain about.
You know what I think? And my mom, God, she's 91. I just saw her this morning. And we got her off. She didn't know it. She was eating like cereal twice a day, breakfast and dinner.
Yeah.
Mom, it's the worst thing. And she got diabetes.
Yeah.
She was having urinary tract infections, and now she hasn't had a urinary tract infection in a long time because we got her eating. She lives by herself, but we get she likes beets. Like cabbage salads and that, but she still has she has a sweet tooth, but we try not to get her sugar, but she's been good,
Yeah.
since then.
That all affects, people don't realize how much what you put in your body affects your body.
Yeah.
It's super simple.
Yep.
Whatever you eat, you become.
Yeah. So
So if you put crap in your body, you're going to feel like crap. Stuff's going to start happening.
do I look like chocolate ice cream?
That's all he's been eating. I've been eating ice cream lately, though. Vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
just
have.
low ingredient, just cream, salt.
Well, you know who has a really good vanilla is Aldi's.
You tell me.
The premium. Yeah,
I need to do that.
You look on the ingredients and it's milk. Here's what confuses me though. They put skim milk in it. Then they put heavy cream, egg,
The reason they do that,
sugar, and I think that's just like 4 ingredients.
that's all you need.
That's right.
But you know probably why they do the skim milk, just so people reading it that might not even know what heavy cream is are like, skim milk, this is going to be good
I don't
for
understand. Like, how can you make ice cream with skim milk? There's no cream.
me. Just use whole milk. Like, I don't know what the point of that is. When they say low fat ice cream, and you're like, all right,
Oh yeah.
why are we decreasing the fat? That's not what's
Right.
making this bad. The
Right.
sugar is the problem, not the fat.
Yeah.
You want the fat.
You want the fat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. They got all backwards somehow.
But I even sugar. I know it's not good for you, but the processed foods,
Yeah.
that's what's killing us. I think
100%.
it's
Yeah.
just look around, walk around, look. it's bad.
Well, look at the 70s. Look at a picture on the beach in the 70s. Yeah. And you're looking around. Everyone looks like
we had sugar back then.
Oh,
we cups of
yeah
Tang, not Tang, but Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Put a whole cup of sugar in it.
And guess what Kool-Aid was made of back then? Probably just sugar and like a few other things.
Yeah.
Guess what it is now? 100 ingredient list of nonsense.
Yeah.
And dyes and everything just to mess you up. It's true. I mean, that's what happened.
It's tested on the rats here.
Yeah, they're just looking at us. They're like, we got them.
They said, meanwhile, you go to France. Oh, you're not allowed to put that in this food.
Yeah. Wait, why America though? Why are we just testing it out on Americans? Because we're like the epicenter of everything.
You know what? I don't know. Maybe because we have so many different cultures and nationalities that they can cover the whole world with our country.
It's very true. Yeah, because other countries, it is mostly just natives to that country that live there. That's very true. U.S. is a melting pot of everything. Yeah. They're not going to do Canada. I mean,
Canada.
No.
Where is Canada?
I think that's south.
South of here.
I don't know. I've never heard of it. But
poor Canadians getting ripped on, aren't they?
Yeah, and I think they're good people too. Every Canadian I've met has been a good person. But
oh God.
They take it well.
Teddy Dent used to live right around the corner. Yeah. Coached the help. He was one of the coaches at the Caps. Great guy. Yeah. I like all Canadians. They're fun.
No, Canadians are good people for sure. But I mean, what else are you thinking? You got any topics you were thinking about?
Oh man, I don't know. I guess what's coming up. What's the future look like? Do these world leaders or, this new world order, they have such a grip on this world that we'll never get out of it, or can we get out of it,
Yeah, I personally think people are starting to wake up to this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Don't you kind of feel like that?
I do, yeah. I think they thought that they could control us, but things are getting out on the internet. I'm just afraid that they might shut it down, and then there's no communication. Just think how much you can learn off the internet versus when I was a kid, you had to go to the library, or you had encyclopedias.
Yeah.
Which
are written by who?
Who right?
Right.
Exactly. Who wrote them?
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
And that was it. And then your nightly news, 2-3 stations.
Yeah.
I think we had 3 stations, and
back then it was probably fine.
Yeah.
But now the news is.
Well, I don't know if it was. I think it was better than it is now, definitely. But they tried to appeal to both sides, and then at some point they just said, "Okay, we're left, you're right."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it has gotten out of control. Oh, have you seen? This is a random thought. Did you see the video of Rampage Jackson?
Oh yeah.
And his son? Yeah.
He should be charged with something. Don't you think?
Yeah. So when I first saw it, I was like, all right, this is clearly staged. It's a WWE or not. It was not WWE, but it's a professional wrestling event, whatever. And then when I'm looking back and I look at it a couple times, and I'm like, he's not pulling those punches, and that's actually like it's kind of like gut wrenching. Like you're like, is he?
Well, you know what? When he picked him up and slammed him, I think he knocked him out. Then
let's watch it. I'll pull it up.
If you look at the slam, his head whipped back, and I know those floors are flexible, but I think that kind of knocked him out. If you watch that, and then he just got on top of him and just, it's almost attempted murder.
I think it definitely is.
Yeah.
If he threw how many punches? He threw like 20 punches.
I don't believe nobody jumped in right away.
And then they pinned him after. Did you see that?
Yeah.
After the ref goes, he's pinned. And you're like, get this guy some help. All right.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, is this going to show it? Yeah, so he slams him.
Yeah,
he knocks
was out before he...
And they're blurring it.
And
look
at the ref.
Yeah, look, he's like, he's done. And this guy's like, no, don't do that.
Is the guy out of the hospital, or what's going on with that?
I don't know. I haven't been following it, but, that is...
Yeah, I saw that. I said, that's just... That guy shouldn't be on the streets because he's got a temper that he can't control.
Yeah.
And who knows what that could lead to.
His dad was kind of similar, probably when he was his age, in his 20s.
Yeah, maybe he was. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Rampage. He was a wrestler. Rampage, but I know that was pretty sick.
That was disgusting. I was like, jeez. I mean, I thought it was like at first, I'm like, this is a joke or whatever, or part of wrestling.
WWE.
But, yeah.
Did they say what happened prior to make him so angry?
Yeah. So there's a video before
Excuse me.
where they meet up and they're like in a back alley, and the guy, so the guy, this is what I've heard, the guy's like an ex-military guy, and this is like what he does to kind of feel like he has a purpose, like he does wrestling now. So he like introduces himself to Rampage's son, and from there he thinks like this is like a promo for the fight because they're live streaming. The guy probably doesn't even know what's going on. And so he's like, oh, this is a promo for the fight. And he introduces himself, and then he takes a can. I don't know if it was a soda can or what, and he smashes it on his head in this video. And Rampage's son is like, presses him. He's like, what are you doing? And the guy like was like pressing him back. And then at the end, he like shakes his hand. He's like, sorry, man. Like, I thought this was like a promo. Like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do all that. And he's like, you're good. You're good. And then Rampage is sitting there again, or his son sitting there like on a live stream, probably like, I'm going to get this guy. I'm going to get this guy. And I think he was supposed to slam him. That was supposed to happen. But then he just let his emotions get the best of him and just went after.
That's crazy.
I think he'll probably go to jail for that.
Oh.
I mean, that guy's got to press charges, but why would he not press charges on someone who that guy should not be out there?
No.
He's losing his temper like
Shouldn't
that.
be walking the streets with that temper. No. He's a big guy,
Yeah. And he's clearly capable of doing some harm.
Right.
He's throwing crazy punches.
I mean, after one or two, I mean, he's knocked out.
He's knocked out. What are you going to kill the guy?
Right, exactly.
What do you want to get accomplished here?
Yeah.
No, that was crazy.
Yeah, so what do you think is going to happen in the next 2 months?
2 months.
You think they'll release anything with the Epstein files are done, right?
What is going on? I mean,
I don't know.
The Trump's definitely on the files. I mean, he's in them.
Well, yeah, I mean,
he's got to be.
But I mean, if they're like they said, they're worried that the people are going to find out that it was backed by the CIA and Mossad. Well, most of us conspiracy theory people know that already.
Yeah,
it's not
breaking
like
news. Oh no!
They're going to find out that our government was behind it. Yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
It's called a honeypot.
Yeah,
it's how you control people.
Yeah,
that's Diddy.
Yeah,
talk about Diddy.
No. Also, that though, whatever happened there, they're like, all right. We have all this stuff on him, and then I feel like that kind of went away. The whole Diddy stuff.
I mean, the whole Justin Bieber thing. He should be in jail.
Yeah,
and he's
everything.
He's not guilty, right?
Isn't he about to like get off with everything?
Ghislaine Maxwell's.
She's
in jail.
Yeah, what is happening? I actually don't know what's happening with that though.
Yeah,
with the Diddy thing, he should definitely be in jail. I mean, there's no doubt about it. There's literally not a single thing. But I'm pretty sure I heard he might get off. But
that's what I thought I heard.
Yeah,
that he's not guilty. But
yeah. But no, I mean, I don't know with the files. It's like
yeah.
And now they're saying, I think they started to come out and say like, oh, just so you guys know, like not everyone there was like doing stuff with kids. Some of it was with it was just like a money thing, right? And it's like, all right, well, come on.
Maybe it was, yeah.
But it's a little weird that they're saying all that.
Prove that you didn't do anything,
right?
If you got associated with him, I'm sure if you were associated with Whitey Bulger, you were hanging around with him. I'm sure the FBI is going to look into you, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Who's that?
Whitey Bulger?
I don't know.
That's your uncle. I saw him out in California. He was like 10 most wanted, like number one wanted man in the nation.
Actually?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And yeah.
Really?
Ask your uncle.
Okay.
But anyway, he was like a big mobster.
Yeah.
But he was backed by the CIA.
Mm.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but then he got torn up in jail, killed
Oh, really?
viciously. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if anybody was hanging out with him, they're going to be looked into, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's tough. You kind of got to shield who you're hanging out, or not shield, but you need to be careful who you're associating with, especially when you start making money. I feel like like that kind of money, like millions and millions, I feel like you could get pulled into some dark circles pretty fast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now they're saying that Epstein wanted to populate the world with his genes, with the New Mexico ranch. He had a ranch down in New Mexico, and it's got supposed to have tunnels all underneath, and they're doing. They say they're doing. What is it? But what do they call population control? Well, anyway, they were trying to inseminate people. Maybe that's where the missing children, teenagers or people were going, and they're putting Epstein's DNA in them.
Oh my God. I mean, I wouldn't put anything past that whole situation.
Yeah.
I mean, anything could have happened there.
Yeah, it's weird.
That whole thing was just.
It's like, I believe they're the occultists.
Yeah.
They're sick people.
Oh, yeah.
Occultists,
Yeah.
They believe in the devil.
Yeah.
Worship the devil. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Could be. It does seem like that.
Seems like a light, dark battle going on right now. The good versus evil.
Yeah. I think so. I think that battle's probably been going on forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's just now people are starting to pay attention to it.
They're waking up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope. Some people want to stick their head in the sand.
Oh, there's so many people like that.
If I don't know, what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be bothered.
But then if you're going to do that, though, you can't have a strong opinion on something that you have no idea.
Right.
People will be like, well, it's not happening. And they have a strong opinion. And you're like, all right, well, if you're not even looking into it, just don't have an opinion.
You haven't heard anything. But now a buddy of mine, he's into religion, and he talks about tribulation and God, the second coming of Jesus and everything. So I've been kind of looking into that, and texting him back and forth a little bit. It's kind of find it interesting,
Yeah.
what it says in the Bible and how you interpret it.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's about.
I mean, yeah, a lot of what's in there, the story, first off, crazy stories in there. It tells great lessons and everything. But then there's a lot of ways to interpret certain things. Right. And that can get lost in.
Yeah, because I think that's what kept me from reading the Bible, because I wouldn't know what in the hell they're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm going to go, what was that? What did he say?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so.
Yeah.
And he seems to know a lot about it, but it's his opinions, and he listens to this person, a lot, or this person a lot. And he, so, and I ask questions outside the box.
Yeah. Yeah. And you throw them for a loop.
No, I don't think throw them for the loop, but I just want to know why is this? I ask him,
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah, no, there needs to be an explanation. You can't just say it's just the way it is.
Like the chosen ones. Why wouldn't God include everybody, or Jesus or God include everybody? And it's no, there's a chosen few. So
yeah,
who knows?
That's crazy. Yeah, all that, because all that time too, there's every religion. They talk about each other, kind of being there, and then they're well, this was God. No, this was God. They're Jesus wasn't God, or that whole thing.
Jesus, Son of God, sent down to save us.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
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 Interesting.
It is very interesting, but I don't know.
I think as you get older, you look into it more.
You definitely do.
Your time's short.
That is true. No, that's.
If I need to be born again, I better do it now before it's too late.
You better pick soon.
No, that was one of the question I had. I said, "What is born again? What is it like? You get a certificate saying you're born again?"
Is that? Oh, you asked him that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And he's like,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know, what is born again?
Yeah.
But it's just, I think he just said believing in God, and maybe not sinning.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, I'm like, I definitely believe in God.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then again, as a kid growing up, younger person, you think about God and the Almighty, and you're like, it gets deep, and you got, how did he get there?
Yeah.
It's like, who's, and it's like, I don't know, infinity.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, everything's so crazy. Like,
Yeah.
think about how we're even here. That's crazy to think about.
Yeah, it's what is it? Darwinism
Yeah.
versus creation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's some deep thinking.
It's real deep thinking. There's a book, Sapiens, it's called.
Yeah.
And it's like the history of Homo sapiens and how we got here, and how, I mean, this is everything's speculation. There's no history.
Right,
They're not
right.
writing stuff down, but like just fossil records and I guess like tales, and they're trying to track everything down.
Yeah, like they're saying this, man was here 12,000 years ago. And you're like, bullshit.
Yeah.
It's got to be a lot longer than that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, but when? Like, we don't know. We have no idea when.
Then there's people saying there was no dinosaurs. And I'm like, well, what are they finding then?
Yeah.
What do they go
at?
to? Yeah.
So what does an archaeologist even do?
Right.
I mean, what are they just digging? I mean, maybe they are just digging. They're not even doing their job.
Looks like a bone to me. Yeah.
We found this one here.
We found a bone.
I will say though, how they have no idea what they looked like. So how do you?
It's like Devil's Tower. You hear Devil's Tower is in Wyoming. Actually, drove real close to it this past year, but we had to get somewhere that day. But I wanted to see it. It's what they call it, a butte or something. It's like a rock mass that goes up. It looks like a cut off tree, and they're saying, there's several of them around. They're saying, yeah, back in the day when there was better oxygen and this, they had gigantic trees, and they're calcified, or the wood is calcified in the rock.
Oh,
They're saying they're chopped down trees, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You look at it with an open mind.
Yeah.
Could be.
You got to look at everything with an open mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, wait, you went on a cross country trip. What was the best state or best kind of coolest thing?
Jacob, my oldest, he was up in, the first time he was in San Diego for 6 months, and he had to come back. So he asked me to come out, and we drove back, and we had a great time. Went to Vegas, Park City, Utah, Breckenridge, and then after that we were in Texas. Went to Dallas. That was a long drive. And because there's nothing.
Yeah, on these cross-country trips, they sound
Colorado.
great, but you're like, it's really just 4 hours of, what are we doing? Oh, there's another desert coming by.
Even though we went one way, we had to go off the road on this dirt road and go around something. I'm like, this is kind of weird,
Yeah, no.
And then, from there we went to Dallas to New Orleans, and one day in New Orleans, that was enough, and then Pensacola.
Yeah.
But then the last trip, we went to Niagara Falls, stopped in Cleveland, and then went to Chicago for 2 days. Loved the city. Chicago is beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice. You ever been there?
No.
You got to go.
Yeah.
You'd love it. People were so friendly.
So
clean.
I hear
Nice.
it's awesome.
It really is nice.
Yeah.
And then we were in Sioux Falls, I think, South Dakota, which that area is just kind of rolling grass. And then when you get to West South Dakota, that's pretty.
Oh, is it?
The Black Hills. Mm-hmm. That's where Deadwood. I don't know if you never saw that movie. It's a cowboy movie, but when they were looking for gold and everything, great show. Series. That's one of the ones that started the series that everybody has now. These series are going, but Deadwood. The Black Hills and the other place there that looks like the moon. Looks like you're on Mars. It's really cool.
Really?
Yeah.
And what about out there isn't like you look up and like the stars are like
it's like a milky white sky.
Yeah, that's insane.
When we were in Utah, we went to Bryce Canyon that day. Came back in this little Airbnb and it had skylight, and you looked up and it was like, it just looks white, it's like milky white.
Yeah.
My eyes aren't great. I wish they were, back when I was a kid, I could have saw better, but Jacob was like, oh my God, you can see so many stars. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, Utah. Oh God, I love Utah.
Yeah, I heard Utah is beautiful.
And you had a chance to go there.
I know. I should have.
You should have.
No, that was far though.
It was, but man.
Yeah.
That would have been an experience.
But imagine, like, I'd probably be only coming back here like twice a year, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
you might be a Californian by now, right?
Yeah, at this point, yeah, I'd probably be with Jacob in California.
San Diego.
I mean, he's doing it right though. San Diego's great.
Getting this weather every day. That's
my
not
God.
a bad thing, is it?
Oh, I mean, walking out the door in this weather, everything's better.
Oh,
You're
my
just
God.
like, yeah.
But if you had it every day, do you get maybe get used to it and don't appreciate it?
Exactly. You would lose. Here's the thing. There's always something to complain about.
Right.
You're gonna
right.
If the weather's great, all right, what can I complain about next? It's
like when we get this weather, we're like, oh my God, this is so nice.
Exactly.
But San Diego, that's probably one of the only places, California, but
yeah,
San Diego is probably one of the only places in this country that gets consistent, perfect weather.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Unreal.
I've been out there 3 or 4 times and it's gorgeous.
Yeah. I think I'm going to make a trip in October or November.
Are you?
See Jacob. Yeah.
You should.
I've been saying I'm going to do it, but there's not like a perfect time to do it. So I'm just going to pick a random date and go there. But, no, San Diego is unreal.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, anything else you got?
No. I don't know what else to talk about.
I think we've covered some good topics. I'm trying to think if there's anything that like has happened in the news recently or any pop culture stuff that has happened. I mean, that rampage.
Well, we got the NFL cheerleaders.
Oh my God, yeah. Ravens.
Well, the Ravens but they've always had male cheerleaders as like college cheerleaders.
But now they're
I'm
part
talking
of
about Minnesota. Do you see those
Ravens too?
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I haven't watched one preseason game.
I haven't seen anything, but I know that's happening. At least I think.
Is it really?
All right. I saw something on Instagram and I sent it to some Ravens fans. It might have been a troll. I don't know if it was real.
Yeah.
But the Vikings, yeah.
The 2 Vikings.
Yeah. Yeah,
I shouldn't laugh. I'm sorry, but I can't help it. You know what? They're really into it.
Yeah, they're into it. Hey, they're good. They can tumble. I mean, good for them. No, this NFL season, though, I'm so hyped. Finally, we have something as Redskins fans to root for.
Yeah.
Because we've had nothing but misery since I've been born. We've had, I think, like our brightest year besides RG3 was probably like when we had Mark Brunell, Clinton Portis, and like
Mark Brunell was good.
He was good.
Lefty, yeah.
Yeah. And what's his name? Santana Moss. He was an animal. Yeah. But this team we got now.
See, I grew up a Colts fan, and then when they left, I became a Redskins fan back because I was living over there working in that area. D.C. area, and that's when Jack Kent Cook had it. Yeah. And my Lord, that was a good team.
Yeah,
Darryl Green, and, they had the line, the Hogs. They were awesome.
Yeah,
loved it.
Yeah,
and then you had Dan Snyder come in and just.
That's how. If you want a perfect blueprint how to ruin a franchise, look what he did.
Him and Jerry Jones.
Yeah, for real, Jerry Jones. I mean, Jerry Jones. I don't know what his deal is. His is a big ego thing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, same with Snyder, but it's just Snyder was way worse though.
Right.
I mean, he was doing everything wrong.
Yeah.
He's like, how can we do it cheaper? I don't care about the fans. I honestly don't care about the players.
Put seats behind that column.
Yeah. Just throw them. I mean, Sean Taylor. Let's do let's remember him by. I completely forgot about this. Actually, you guys want to run to Michael's and grab some wire and throw it together? Do you see that?
No.
We had a whole day remembering Sean Taylor, and what they did was they painted 21 on the field. By the way, people are walking all over it. It's not like a thing. And then they did like they're like taking pictures in front of porta potties, and we're like, this is super weird. And then inside, fans are videotaping. They're like, what is this? And it's literally it looks like someone went to Michael's and just grabbed wire and made like a human statue, and it's just his jersey on it, and that was it. And they're like, this looks so stupid. Like, what is this? And they're like, yeah, we did it. It's just his way of being like, yeah, I did something, guys.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's so into himself. He's he's a narcissist, and that's
100%.
100% narcissist.
Yeah, probably a lot of those owners probably are.
Yeah.
Maybe, but
We know he is, and Jerry Jones.
they definitely both are.
Yeah.
No, they definitely both are.
Yeah.
But
Well, Maddie, this has been great talking to you, man.
Yeah, I think this
we've
is
been talking
great.
about doing this for a while, and
I'm
had a
glad
great
we
time.
did it. Yeah, I'm glad we did it. We got in some good topics. Hopefully, you guys like this one. Let me know who you guys want to see next. We're gonna get back. I'm gonna be doing these a little bit more. So yeah, hopefully you guys like this
Next
one.
time we can talk about gardening. Some
Gardening,
more
yeah.
electroculture.
That we need to talk about that on the next one.
we didn't talk about
That
it.
could be a whole episode in and of itself.
Yeah.
So we'll have to talk about
Right.
that. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for coming.
Thanks, Maddie.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right.